Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to this single mission flown the F-86 Sabre. I just completed a ground attack on Kabuleti Airfield, took some hits. I have a little bit of trouble now maintaining directional control of the aircraft. The trim is a little bit off, which leads me to believe that I do have some battle damage. I know that I did take at least one hit. It was 23mm. So let me go external. Just see what I can see. And again, yeah, for the like 6th consecutive time, I did not turn off my landing lights on takeoff. Okay, I do have some damage up around the tail. Nothing, yeah, tail and horizontal stabs took some, or all moving horizontal tail took some damage. But seems to be very controllable. I will not do the overhead this time. I will just do the straight in. Let me call Batumi, let him know that I'm coming, let him know that I do have some damage. So that's channel 3. And let me go ATC, F5, Batumi inbound.
Batumi, infield, 1-1, inbound.
I'll just hold out here, do the straight in. Yeah, controllability seems to be fine. It's just a little bit off in trim. So let me go and send my flight home real quick, and then I'll call for landing clearance. So go to RTB. Go back to Batumi. Okay, 300 knots, still fine. And ATC, Batumi, request landing. Okay, and I'll just fly out here, get down to an airspeed where I can configure for flaps and gear, and take it straight in. Okay, 200 knots, let me go speed brakes out, push the throttle up just a touch. Okay, flaps down. Okay, and flaps are down, so let me set my trim up, and I'll go gear down, 150, and I want to shoot for 135, 112 on the landing. 135 for the approach, 112 on the touchdown. Okay, so about 150, that's good for now until I get established on final. Let me go for trim on this as well. Okay, armament switches, let me clean up the cockpit. Let me go off. Off. Okay, rockets. Back to off. Bomb off, even though I have already dropped and jettisoned bombs. Okay, 140 on the approach, still looking good. Yeah, it's just remarkable how stable this thing gets when it's on approach. It's just fun to fly. It's great. I know I say it every time that I actually fly an approach, but it's very, very cool. Okay, one thing that I did notice flying around, I never really did mention it, is that not the ADI, but the attitude indicator, whatever it's called in the F-86, it does go out of, the gyro does go out of alignment on it, so I need to cage and release again. Yeah, it's just cool that actually does happen. Okay, so I'm going to be coming in a little bit steep, so let me pull the throttle in and just take this straight in. Okay, and that whining noise is my fuel quantity below 1,000 pounds. Okay, let me just kind of fly a little S-turn pattern out here just to get back on the appropriate glide path. I am a little bit steep. I'll pull the throttle in just a touch at 150. I'm looking for 135. And I don't want to pull the throttle in so far that my generator cuts out like it just did. Yeah, I think I've got no sweat at all for controllability, even with the damage. Okay, 140. Just want to let it bleed off to 135. Okay, clear to land, gear down. Okay, well, now I'm a little bit shallow, so let me bring the nose back up. Plug in a little bit of throttle. There's a good approach speed. Actually, way shallow, but that's okay. Okay, throttle. Yeah, it's definitely recoverable. Okay, 135, back on my approach speed. I'll land a little bit shallow. It's no big deal. I just won't flare as much. Okay, I was looking for 112 on the touchdown. Boy, I think I might have just picked up a little bit more drag than I'm used to with that damage, because it bleeds off airspeed like I've never seen it bleed off airspeed. Okay, throttle idle. We just control it down the runway, and I'll start to get on the brakes here in just a second. Just control it against the crosswind. And a little bit of brakes as I come in on the rollout. And last time I engaged nose wheel steering a little bit early, and I think I know what I did. I was like right now, I'm holding the rudder pedal way over to the right to compensate. What I need to do is make sure that my rudder is centered before I engage nose wheel steering. That'll keep the nose wheel steering from snapping over to the right when I do engage it. Okay, so centered, nose wheel steering engaged. Okay, that's a lot better. Okay, so let me take it on off the runway and taxi to parking. I think now that I mention it, I think I was a little bit heavier on that landing than I have been on the past. That might have been why the airspeed bled off on me. Actually, that's it. You know, combination of drag from the damage and just more weight. So yeah, I needed to be a little bit more aggressive on the throttle coming on the approach there, and I probably should have shot for a slightly higher approach speed due to the weight. I always calculated for 12,000 pounds, which is essentially down to nothing on fuel, but right now I'm at about, I would have been a little over 13,000 pounds, so I would have needed another 5 knots or so to make that a little bit better and a little bit, make it control more like what I was used to on the approach. Still, it's okay, anything you can walk away from. And I'm dreading flying the Focke-Wulf 190, because from what I've seen, it's going to be a bear for takeoff and landing. I've done a little introductory video for it already, which you may or may not have seen, but I haven't actually started it up, taxied, or done the takeoff and landing, and that's I've got to make sure that I know what I'm doing, because as you know, I hate crashing. I hate getting shot down, and I will fly the sim for 100 hours if I need to, just to make sure that I'm ready to do this once I actually go for a takeoff. Well, not literally 100 hours, but I'll be ready before I attempt it in either case. Okay, so let me go ahead and take it around here, and I'll just straighten it out here. Follow my marshaller's directions on in. He's probably laughing at me right now for lack of control on the nose wheel steering. But I'll just come out here, straighten it out a little bit. Okay, allow the nose wheel to align. Brakes. Chocks in. Okay. So yeah, that was a cool mission. Let's see here. Let's see. Got it. Toe brakes, 70% for 2 minutes. I'll take that as good. Throttle off. Okay, got that engine master off. And speed brake out. I don't know if that's calling for action right there, or if that's just verifying. I think that's a verification of speed brake switch out, or maybe that's just pre-positioning the switch, because the speed brake is already out at that point. And at that point, I really don't have anything running my utility hydraulic system either. So, okay, got that. Battery starter switch off, cycle a stick. Yeah, and the rest is just normal from there. Okay, let me cycle the switch to bring the hydraulics down, deplete the accumulator. I should get the rest of my flight landing here momentarily. Yeah, I can see my wingman on the approach as we speak. Okay, good. Alternate. Okay, good. Yeah, hydraulics are bled down. I'll go lever back in. Open the canopy. Okay, I was hoping for a lot more air to ground on that pass, or on that mission, but the first time that I flew this mission, flying it in the like the default setup, I didn't encounter the MiGs at all, but I think it was because I went around the airfield to the right. The MiGs looked like they were on low level, almost like I was meant to jump them while they were landing, which is yeah, very, very cool, cool little setup for the mission. I think that's why I didn't see them last time around, but I did see them this time. It kind of hampered my progress when it came to taking out the airfield, but hey, there's always next time. So I think I will go to the debrief and see what all happened, so I will be right back. Okay, let's pick things up at the debrief. So, I only dropped one bomb on the airfield. The other one I jettisoned prior to attempting that air-to-air engagement, which my flight took care of. I didn't particularly take care of myself, but okay, on my first bombs pass with the 500-pound bomb, I did hit some fuel trucks, so I got it in the right general area. I'll go back and watch the tape while I'm while I'm compiling this, and you'll be able to see exactly what happened as well if you go back to that point. The bombs didn't hit exactly where I was aiming, but they hit close enough to take out the fuel truck and some other stuff, and a BTR-80. Apparently there was an APC sitting out there on the ramp, so at least I shook things up on the ramp. Took out a fire truck as well and a static object. Actually, no, I bet that static object is the the aircraft. So at least I damaged the aircraft. Okay, yeah, that's what I'll take that to mean there, yeah. Okay, then I released my other 500-pound bomb into the ocean, or the Black Sea. Okay, then fired, initially fired, I think that should be 6 rockets on that first pass. Took out a fuel truck, fired 2 more, and then I took out 2 aircraft on the ground. Those static objects would have been the aircraft. Okay, so, yeah, fairly effective. At least I shook things up on that ramp. I didn't get my flight into the air-to-ground engagement on the airfield like I would have liked, but this is such a fun mission. This is one that I'll go back every now and then and try again, just to see if I can make this work for the airfield attack. It's a perfect setup for the F-86. But, okay, I think that's all I'm going to get from this one. So, actually, no, let me see what happened with my wingman. Okay, you jettisoned weapons, you didn't do anything else. Number 3... didn't do anything else. Number 4, yeah, number 4 tore it up. Number 4 took out both MiGs. Okay, so 2 kills for number 4 in the flight. Very good. AAA, you sure fired at me, and you sure fired at 3. Fired at me in 4. Got a hit. This is the one that hit me. You see, you fired at the entire flight, didn't hit anything, and you just fired at me and missed. So, AAA, and you can see how I managed to deal with the AAA. Just keep the aircraft unpredictable, keep moving around, try to set it up so that it's a high deflection angle shot from the AAA. In other words, you're not flying directly away from it or directly at it. And just don't be predictable. Keep G loading on the aircraft. You know, kick in the rudder every now and then just to make it hard for them to visually track you. And it can be fairly effective, as you saw this time. I did take a hit though, which is disconcerting. You know, you don't always want to go in there against a highly defended target. I think I kind of got lucky this time, because they did have me surrounded, but hey, you can still do air-to-ground in a highly contested environment like this. Okay, so folks, I'm going to call this mission quits right here, and thanks again for watching. And if you are enjoying these videos and are enjoying these series that I'm putting together, please do consider subscribing to the channel and going back and leaving a like for the ones that you do like, and leaving comments. Your feedback and your interaction sure does help me out a lot. So thanks again, and I will see you next time.